Hi, I'm Susan. I'm from Worldpeacefull, and I'm going to read you some philosophy I've written on resolving differences. So I'll begin. In the heart of truth, there lies many answers, for the truth has many sides. For true intent reveals what is hidden, and intention for truth is never hidden. To love another is the highest tribute. It is a precious gift. When it is true, it can't be hidden. It can't walk away in shame. For how can one be ashamed of seeing beauty where it is hidden? True love is never obsession, for love frees possession. Love allows another to choose. Love is patient, with no expectation. Love has nothing to prove. Love has nothing to lose when it only gives. For only innocence exists in a pure heart. Love has sought understanding. Love has to speak the truth. Love is patient and kind. Love reaches for the highest ideal. For only love is real. Silence is the answer of incompletion. For the question reveals one's face. The answer reveals one's hand. To face the question with honesty is to understand another is uncertain. To lead one to the mirror of clarity makes visible misconceptions. It reflects the true face. For to show your face allows one to be seen. The veil of secrecy descends on those with something to hide, for they never can love what is hidden. For two faces lead one into a hall of mirrors, where one is seeing only their reflection. One looks in all directions but cannot find the door, for the key is kept hidden in the shadows. The caretaker no longer cares about what is fair. To dare to love is a silent retreat. To speak with honesty is met with shock. To convey respect and empathy is too close for comfort. To seek for resolution is a retaining wall. For institutional walls provide no shelter, only reinforcement. For walls protect those in the tower who are unwilling to hear their fear. To remove the misunderstanding and ask for peace is met with frustration and legal force. For non-violence is a force more powerful. For there are no walls in humanity. For to be human hears the true voice. Only truth and justice reveals respect. I am told where there is misunderstanding, sow truth. Where there is pain, offer healing. Where there are questions, respond with respect. For truth is the freedom we all expect. And to see another as oneself is the mirror where you look to see. Clarity sees what is so without judgment. Charity is to offer a way out of darkness through kindness by the soft light of faith. To treat another as a friend is to realize there is no enemy. To treat conflict as an opportunity is to realize personal growth is the real gift. To speak to another troubled is to turn illusions into a reality. It is the kindest act of compassion. For life is not a fashion statement. It was meant to display the joy of fun. It was not to be taken seriously. It was not to remove anyone's dignity as a life on the run. My only wish is forgiveness. That was my only call. I am deeply disappointed that we couldn't dismantle the blessed wall. To heal this rift, the position must shift. For I've suffered through love as never before. I came close to a real fall, my life in question. I questioned my life purpose and lost real hope. Without justice and peace, there is no life. And my life is committed to justice of the peace. For natural justice is not according right or wrong. It seeks to resolve the differences so all belong. It was a powerful poem when I wrote this. It's definitely coming from the deepest part of my heart, was to resolve a conflict over a long period of time. And as I stipulate in the poem, I met a large wall of resistance. In the duration of this conflict, and to this day, forth today, I've always believed in speaking the truth to people. I revealed myself to the nth degree with quite a lot of people, and what I received was complete silence from the other side. There was not a willingness to be open and resolve it, and that's what led me down this path to the continuation of this conflict. I saw a fundamental issue with that, because it's natural for human beings to meet in the middle. It's actually part of our true nature to ensure that as a group we all feel safe and we all feel heard. But we've created systems, and I guess in large institutions, in organisations, in respect of perceptions of management, the very low understanding of conflict resolution in our society, generally speaking, and across the world. What it does is it erects walls that don't need to be there. Perhaps for the moment, right now, they're here, and there is great learnings to come from how do we deal with silence? How do we deal with injustice? How do we deal with disrespect? How do we find a way to reach one another when we're very different? How do we ensure that fairness is the first thought, not the last? Because how we treat each other really does matter. And when conflicts are not resolved fully, people carry these scars for their whole life. And as a society that's promoting itself as democratic, that has virtues, certainly within the Australian national anthem, it speaks of fairness and sharing. But if we're not living it out as a people, as part of who we are, well, then something is lost to society. And certainly we don't learn the lessons and we don't grow as people. We end up becoming more bitter and hostile towards the society that we're in. And that's not what we want. What we want to do is de-escalate the violence. We want to de-escalate the fear, not only here within our own lives, but across the world. We're seeing intensification of fortifications, and they come in many guises, increasing arms and erecting walls to various people who can't come into a certain country. This is not the way to resolve conflict. It's not the way to resolve issues. It takes a great deal of maturity to actually sit with someone whom you're feeling tension with and be prepared to be open-minded enough to listen to both sides, to be prepared to step into the centre and meet someone in the middle, to be prepared or at least aware that that other is yourself. You could be the one sitting in the chair opposite you. And how would you want to be treated? You know, there has been great wisdom about creating peace, and it is do unto others as you would have done to you. And if that be your only ethos, that's a very good one to stand by through life. You'll never ever deliberately cause harm to anyone because you wouldn't want it yourself. And in truth, there is energy response in life, and what goes around comes around is a very apt saying. So we never really escape that. And what we project out into the world might come back to us through our own children. It might come back to us through our own colleagues. who have a certain belief about who we are as a result of our own actions. So fairness and justice and a willingness to resolve conflict is all part of that democratic framework. We don't have to think the same. We don't even have to agree. But it's just a simple respect that we live in a world of great diversity and that 99% of problems can be resolved if people sit down with a willingness to resolve. And I honestly believe through my own experience as a mediator that we all gain much deeper understanding of one another. And this is where the real security rests. This is the real risk management. In learning about one another, we don't fall into the trap of misinterpreting people. We resolve conflicts far quicker because we feel we can go up to people and work the problem out. If some behaviour is aberrant or difficult, well, we can institute training programs to help people sensitise to their own behaviours, because some are coming from backgrounds where they're not taught. They might come from different cultures where they're holding different values. And it's not to demonise people because they're different. It's to sit down and really communicate, even if we use interpreters. With that willingness, I can absolutely guarantee violence will de-escalate. Satisfaction with where we are will increase. People's willingness to create peaceful environments will become part of that culture. Certainly in the peace area, we call it a culture of peace, where we really live the values that we speak of, and we model that to either our constituency, our community, or our staff, or our family. Resolving differences, resolving conflict is the key to peace. And with that, I send you peace and love, as I always do. Everyone deserves to feel happy, and that is my wish through my poem. Thank you.